Okay, I'm recording now just for an update how far I've gotten with these rooms. Try to make this walkthrough quick. That's what I'm doing here. It's walkthrough. Shelves right here. Still need a coat of paint. Aside from that, the walls have been done through and through. Still have to put a pull chain on this light, but aside from that, it's all constructed, done nicely. What's behind this door is just pretty typical, the way I like it, the way I have it set up. But everything taken out, it would look pretty nice. Built this long stand here. It was originally for, had some aquatic life, a fish tank on there. Actually, before that, had a little lizard cage. Anyways, so built that, just hung some things on the wall to my liking, things that I could pick up here and there. Just a little cool little plant thing I did. In the other room here, I have two cats, have a lot of cats. That is Bristol Road Kitty. She's a nice kitty, looking for attention. Good girl, let's go girl, I know you need attention, sweetie. And then we have Mama Kitty, as she's called. Two rescues, rather than let them go to the pound. In fact, almost every cat we have is a rescue. Now, I know this look might not be to everyone's liking, but it's just things that I had. Like that little Halloween skull, I stuck that up there near the stereo. Just for the heck of it, put a microwave up there. Finished with the shelving in here. Walls are all done. Door frame's all done. Still have to finish this door frame. It's just not done exactly right. But I will finish that. But anyway, shelving for the plants. Then into the bigger part of the garage. Since it's still May, about the middle of May 2021, I still have all my yard plants in here. I have a fairly nice sized garage, so I keep all my plants up under these shelves, the lighting and that. Yeah, TV in every room. Little workstation, little tiny little workstation there. All the tools, supplies, things on the walls. I've gotten rid of so much. I've thrown away so much stuff. I have a very cool palm tree that I've been growing for these ceilings are 10 foot tall. I've been growing this plant for about 3-4 years now, and it's already touching this ceiling. Made another one off a branch that got broken, and that plant is actually taller than me now. Though I'm not very tall, that plant is close to 6 foot. And so, yeah, very nice. But I'm probably going to cut these off, these two tall ones, and this first tree here, and start two more. Actually, may start selling them. Have 3 kitties here in the cage. One kitty back here named Wishbone has a urinating problem that he just refuses to quit spraying, and a little spazzy boy here, some little sweetie pies, had to build this cage to contain them because they were just too wild toward other cats and too... It's okay, Spaz. And with the urinating problem, I had to line plastic all up around the bottom, put barrier up on the other side. So anyways, that's that. Rest of the plants. Oh, growing nicely. In fact, I have actually a couple of parakeets up here. Haven't quite finished the garage off yet, but I just got through finishing these walls. Above the door, complete finish. It was horrible. It was bad. Bad job when we moved in here, but at least it was finished. I just had to do all the repairs and mudding, painting, and everything else. Trimming. Attic door, there was nothing there. It was hanging pretty low. But the walls look great, minus all the stuff I have hanging. Yes, that's just things we use, right? And the little birdies. Yeah. In fact, I'm getting ready to feed them some snacks. And again, that wall I've yet to put 3 pieces of drywall up on, and still have to sand down the ceiling, paint it, and painting pretty much on the other wall. But these 2 walls have been done as far as they go. But I did a lot of cleanup in here, a lot. So just the things that I'm working on. Once this stuff is all out here, you can fit 2 cars plus plenty of room around in this garage. 25 foot by 25 foot. Actually, I think it's 22 by 25. Anyhow, yeah, so that's the stuff going out the front door. Garage door is a 10 foot high door. Very big, very heavy door. So, planted some tall grass here. They look very nice during the end of summer with the little fraily, feathery things that come off of them. The hedges, I have pictures of how this was when we first moved in here. It was horrible, just terrible. It took a lot to get it trimmed up just right in the front. Really still is not right. But you can see what it looks like through and through. The front, we'll be getting there in just a short moment here. Right now I just want to show, still has improvement to do with these 6x6s out here for the flower bed. Putting a few of those in, trim around the outside of the door, weather seal. New weather seal at the bottom, it needs it. New weather seal at the bottom of that door needs it. Replace the old boards that were on the porch when we moved in with composite. So, very nice. Worked out really great. Was going to build a 20 by 20 room right there. Decided not to, right where it cuts off here. Decided not to because we wanted a hot tub and we really weren't planning on staying here permanently anyhow. Though we wouldn't mind keeping the place just in case things went sour where we go. I don't know if that option is there for us, but that's just hopes. Fireplace out here, or a little fire pit for burning and pumping heat into the bottom of the house. Did that to help save on bills during the winter. Has some grass to mow here. This porch is not bad at all. The flooring is wood, not composite. Thought about replacing it, but there's nothing wrong with what's there, so thought I'd leave it. Installed a ceiling fan. I got our internet also connected to reach out to the garage. Just dressed up how I want it. That's a little cat podium. So we have like 13 cats total. It's actually 2 outside. Need to mow the grass here. Just want to give a different view. Plan on putting a fence up right there, up to the front of the house. Built that wishing well about 4 or 5 years ago. A little touch up here and there. Other than that, it looks great. Still have to replace the roofing on this side of the garage. Had new roofing on the other side of the garage about 2 years ago, and just could not afford to replace it. I still need, I think it's 2.5 square, not much, but that will be getting taken care of this summer for sure. Little tree house, put that in there. Tree / squirrel nest. And Judy's, well, we have a fire pit here for burning all the things and enjoying once in a while. Planning on getting back here and doing some whipping, trimming. I've did the mowing, so everything's pretty nice. 10 by 10 shed. Still have to finish the siding on this side of it, the left side, and up at the peak of that dormer there, or the gable end. And installed the outside grill. Nothing wrong with it. Very durable. It's been there for years. Put this cage here to keep the squirrels from getting in to the corn that's been planted here. And still have to put the door on it. But it's the only way to keep the squirrels off the corn. She has plastic laid out here right now because it's still we're still getting really cold mornings, and it's becoming a problem with the frost in the morning. But again, it's just the end of May, but the stuff is out here. It's growing nicely under the tarps. As far as the shed, you can see how tall it is. Very nice doors. Large doors to get stuff in and out. Rain collectors right here. 2 rain barrels, 55-gallon barrels. And for collecting the rain, using in the garden or whatever. Debris that floats in from people that just don't know how to keep themselves. Right where this little hill here is right about where our property line is at. There's a stake out here somewhere, property stake. Not exactly sure, but typically, like anywhere else, it's about a foot to the left of our garage right there. Straight back here. So it's about there. So that willow tree that we stuck in about 3 to 4 years ago, that thing wasn't even just barely over my height. I'm only 5'7", so that thing is grown considerably. It's up probably about over 10 foot, I'm sure. Very wide. Part of it was trimmed on this side because the neighbors have a big tractor and it kind of gets in their way. That's fine, whatever. But it's not completely round like it was, but that's okay. Everything looks great. This little tree right here is a black cherry tree which died. I pulled it back up out of the ground and replanted it so the roots are actually slightly above the ground, and ever since then it started growing, and it's growing nicely. It's just small, but it will grow up. A bunch of lilies here. They come up. It looks really nice around this tree. Those were originally where the tall grasses I planted on the side of the driveway. Right here is a grapevine shaped into sort of like a little cave or a chia head pet. If you look at it in the summertime, this is what it looks like, but it's very nice. Had to put some more stone in here, clean it up. Take but a day. Planted the 2 cedar trees right there, and they're probably about 5 years old now. Actually more like around 7 years old. But yeah, let's clean this area up, get it trimmed up nicely. A little yard. Now the garage has a wind generator on top, and don't know if we're going to leave that. Most likely we're going to take that when we go. Depends if we keep the place or not. Lean-to with solar panels, probably the solar panels will be going to just one set. So I don't think anybody else would really care for that, but we could definitely use it. There's little Daisy. Coming full circle. Oh, we also have a peach tree right here. Right to the left of that cat house, there along that fence pole, there is a black raspberry bush growing there. It's kind of a little bit branched out, kind of wild, but it's getting bigger every year. Very nice. Had an apple tree planted right here, but that thing just died. It grew nice for the first year, and then it just died after that. So anyways, there's a black cherry tree growing. There's a black raspberry bush growing, a peach tree, grapes in the grapevine area there, and I think that's it as far as. Oh, there's strawberries underneath that decorative windmill right there. Yeah, there's strawberries that grow around there. Just got to trim up the grass. Every year they come back, and they get quite nice if you keep the squirrels away from them, that is. Porch to the back here, where I just came through, where I started. Little decorative pond, little yard, display. Looks nice every year. Don't take much to keep it up. Okay, now we're headed toward the front. With the exception that I have to, I already gave a shot of this area, the porch. The neighborhood, slight little view of the neighborhood. I do not recall the name of these shrub-like bushes right here, but they grow up. Actually, the whole plant dies during winter to the ground. Got to chop them, throw them away. Comes back very huge white blossom flowers on these, and pink ones, and looks really nice. I've got a little trellis underneath to hold them up. Do not recall the names of these, but these look very nice. They smell very great, but they lose their flowering within the first month. So just to give you an idea what they look like, yeah, it would be nice to try to induce flowering in that plant again. I'm going to give another view of the garage from this vantage point. That cage, yes, that cage is a cat cage where the inside kitties can come out and enjoy the weather, summer or winter. Isn't that right, Q-Tip? Sweetie pie. What you doing? They're a good boy. Yes, a good boy. There's 4 cats in there. Even a view of all the plants even got 2. That's a yellow rose bush. Very nice looking in the summertime. Really stands right out. A bunch of onions growing here with some other tall grass that flower, but they don't hold their flowers very long either. Do not recall the name of this plant as well, but probably look it up, I'm sure. Probably still have the tags. The hedges, I have pictures. They were so horrible when we first moved here. The front does not have this. There's a couple of actually trees growing in with these hedges, so not doing so well. It took several years just to get it to look this well for the front hedges. The front yard, very nice flowering, blue flowers with the right fertilizer. Do not recall the names of these. Very nice looking plant. Small rose bush. These right here, every year they come up. So very nice on that. This hedge right here has been here. They both were together on the side of this porch here, one on each side of this porch. I planted in 2 different spots of the yard. That has gotten much better in shape and size. Planted these cedar trees over here not long after we got after the first year, so those are actually about 9 years old, 8, 9 years old. There's a plum tree growing in front. Just planted another nice blossomy tree. This is more like a bush, but it grows like a tree. So it gets probably about 7 foot tall and probably about that wide. Got another pond out front here, just a little decorative pond. Place to put the plants that I had out but stuck back in. Another red rose or pink rose bush right there to the left right here. And then there's just another bush. That's a flowering bush, but do not recall the name of it either. The porch I put up like more or less like country western style. Love the way I did the porch. To each their own though, right? The pond out front. Put the light pole in probably the 2nd year we were here. Just planted that shrub right there, small one. That gets about 5 to 6 feet high and very wide. I'm gonna love that. That tree's been there for about 4 years, and it just doesn't really take right off. But just to give a view of the small front porch here, it was really tiny. It came over from here straight across and over from here straight across. So much more space. Love the shape. Little decorative yard stuff. Get over here without breaking my foot or my neck or something. Anyhow, mailbox across the street. Don't really like that, but it is what it is. View of the front. Just planted another bush right over here too, right there. Decorative stuff on this wishing well. There's actually a rose bush growing in here. Yeah. Not done with the planting of the flowering stuff, but very nice right now. I might put some mulch in there. Daisy. Looks like I put some boards to block your shitting and pissing area. Sorry for the words, but I'm a little bit frustrated. Nice flowering red flower plant. Can't remember the name of it either, like everything else. That one flowers very nicely. Still waiting for it to come back. Another pink rose bush. Really got to put a fence up away from these neighbors. This pond actually needs to be cleaned out. The waterfall works. There is just a leak in it that I have to figure out. There's night lighting, looks really nice. Cow kitty. Baby kitty. Throw this trash debris away. So that's pretty much it. For the yard, that is. Now the house. Just put in a floating composite wood style floor in this laundry room slash mud room. And 4 kitties in here. Yes, okay. How you doing there? Q-tip, or are you Blackie? Yes, you are Blackie. There's Q-tip. Gray. Baby girl. So yeah, just put this wood in. Still have a little bit of trimming to do. Just a side trim for that step. Aside from that, it just needs a painting and a little bit of mud and paint. This room will be fine. Install the cabinets. All these were not here. Furnace, not very new, but doesn't have a pilot light. I'm glad of that. It has a hot surface igniter. But anyhow, it's kind of messy, I know, but I've been working on that as usual. Cupboards need to be put in throughout. This is just a setup we had when we first got here and didn't even care to change it, working too much on everything else. With our budget, that's not easy. But anyhow, little bay window. Small kitchen, but it works for us. 2 people. So 4 more cats up here. Actually 5 more cats up here. A little sick baby. Another rescue like all the rest. Still working on him. Is that right, baby? Sweetie pie. What's your runny nose? So anyhow, small, quaint, but cool. The bathroom, we're going to have to deal with the cat litter in there while I'm taking care of Patches. Little tiny little hallway. And we're in here with Harley. I'll leave the door open for you, Harley. Oh, you don't need it. You have the window open. Okay, yeah, it's all good. We're using for an office slash cat room. Okay, light off. Next bed. front bedroom. And a messy bed and 3 cats. Or kitties, or fur babies, or whatever you want to call them. This is just what we have. Not rich by no means. We have what we have. We worked hard for what little bitty piece of life we have. There was carpet in this house. These floors were underneath of it. Took a lot of work to get these to be natural floors again, let me tell you. This room is not so dark as stained as the rest, like the office. But that's just the way I wanted it. This room and the living room are both some darker walnut type stain in the bedroom, front bedroom. So anyways, this is probably about the gist of everything in here. Out of the front door. Shot back this way. And one shot of little patches before I end the video. Okay, peace out.